Hi, this is my digital artifact beta video for BCM325. To begin with the concept of what my D is all about, I decided to focus on the fitness lifestyle and really talk about the future of fitness. I wanted to focus on three main points, the first one being raised knowledge and general understanding. So I wanted people who are in the fitness industry and are fitness enthusiasts to look forward to seeing how the future would look like, as that would be something that would affect them as well. Secondly, I wanted to focus on creating a TikTok page that was very engaging for my audience. And third, I wanted to overall raise discussion and anticipation as to what the future would look like for the fitness world. So first I had to create my TikTok page. Here you can see the prototype of my initial page and how it looks like currently. As you can see, there is some engagement shown, and there were about 6 videos that were posted, and there were some followers and a few likes. To focus specifically on the positives to start off with, the factors that went well was firstly, my page reached about 200 views on one of the posts. I also reached an overall 40 likes on the account, and third, I had a good amount of user interaction, which I will show you in the next slide. Here you can see the interactions between all my posts. As you can see, the screenshots show how people found my content funny, found it interesting, and there were also people who were giving insights on what they thought about the content that I had posted. What I really found interesting was I was able to test out different ways to make my posts more engaging. So I had some content that was more leaning towards the informative side, and I had some content that was just purely funny memes. And from what I saw was that I received subjective interactions. For example, you can see in the content that involved a meme, I had a lot of laughing emojis in the comments section. And for the more serious, informative posts, I had people sharing their opinions as to what they thought about the future of fitness. However, leaning more towards the negative side, I faced quite a few negative points. The first one being my follower count was very low. I did not receive as many followers as I had anticipated. As you can see, only received a total of 5 followers since I started this DA. I also struggled to find specific themes in result. My feed looked a bit chaotic. The third point was I really didn't focus on the quality of my videos, and I feel like that was my biggest drawback for my overall account and interaction for the page. And lastly, I do believe that I could have been more creative with my posts, as I did not have a specific layout as to what my post would be about, and so I didn't really explore the creative side of what my page could have been. Looking forward to the future of my DA when it comes to week 10, I have specific things that I do wish to achieve. The first is I want to have an overall improvement by 50% from today to week 10. And there are 4 main goals I have in mind as to what I would want for my page. The first is I want higher engagement for my post. I also want a higher number of followers. My goal is to have around 20 followers at least. I also want to focus on creating more higher quality videos, as I do see as that would make a huge difference. And lastly, I want to establish a more focused on the theme to my new post and have a specific layout so that my content is more effective and engaging for my audience. Lastly, to touch up on the feedback that I had received and how I considered that in my planning for my whole DA, I initially had the idea of focusing on the future of sports, so this meant basketball, football, and all different types of sports in the sports industry. I also wanted to look into the sports industry as a whole and how the future may look like. However, after receiving feedback, I realized that it was too broad and I needed to narrow it down so that my target audience would also be more specific and easier to target. So I decided to narrow it down to specifically focusing on the future of fitness and lifestyle. This really changed my whole project as a whole, as I was able to make my page more specific, and this has helped me create more content that is less broad and more specific to my audience. I look forward to the future of my DA, but for now, thank you, and don't forget to follow Gym Society 180 on TikTok.